Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 16th of November 2022. Essence. Sweet children, you cannot receive liberation or liberation in life by remembering bodily beings. It is the Father Himself who gives you this inheritance directly. Question. Which children does Maya drag to herself even after they belong to the Father? Question. Which children does Maya drag to herself even after they belong to the Father? Answer. Those whose yoga of the intellects wander to their own relationships, those who don't have full knowledge and who still have old habits, Maya drags such children to herself. The company outside is very bad and completely destroys you. The company you keep very soon affects you. This is why Baba says, children, connect your intellects in yoga to the one Father. Only follow the Father. Don't love any bodily beings. Song. Having found you, we have found everything. The earth, the sky, all belong to us. Om Shanti. You sweetest children know that you are now receiving your inheritance from the unlimited Father. This is something you have to understand very well. It is said, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, sends all the founders of religions to establish their own religions. So, they come and establish their religions. It isn't that they give anyone an inheritance. No. There is no question of an inheritance there. It is only the one Father who gives you your inheritance. The Christ soul is not the Father of everyone that he would give the inheritance. He is not even the Father of Christians that he could give an inheritance. The question arises, which inheritance would he give and to whom? He, Christ, comes to establish a religion. All the other souls of the Christian religion continue to follow him down. There is no question of an inheritance. You have to receive your inheritance from the Father. For instance, Abraham, Buddha, and Christ came. What did they do? Did they give an inheritance to anyone? No. It is the Father's duty to give the inheritance. He comes here himself. Souls continue to come down here and expansion continues to take place. An inheritance is always received from a creator. One creator is a worldly father and the other is the Father from beyond this world. These things have to be imbibed. Only those who donate to others are able to imbibe these things. The unlimited Father has now come to give all the children the inheritance. Only the unlimited Father gives the children the unlimited inheritance. The Father of the Christians, the Buddhists, and those of Islam is the same. Everyone calls him God the Father. Christ also spoke to God the Father. No one ever forgets the Father. Only the one incorporeal one is called God the Father. The Father of all incorporeal souls is one. That incorporeal Father is also the Father of all the founders of religions. Only from him is the inheritance received. Everyone calls out to him, God the Father. It is in Bharat alone that they say that God is omnipresent. It is from Bharat that everyone else learns to say that God is omnipresent. If God is omnipresent, why do they remember God? For whom do sages make spiritual endeavor, and to whom do they pray? The Father would ask this, would he not? The Creator of all is one. He alone is the purifier. In the Golden Age, everyone is pure. Then, how do they become impure? It is written that the deities went on the path of sin. The pure world is now being created once again. The impure world begins in the Copper Age. The godly kingdom the godly kingdom and the devilish kingdom last for half a cycle each. This is a matter of Bharat alone. It is in Bharat alone that people burn an effigy of Ravan. So, Baba has explained that none of the other founders of religions give an inheritance to anyone else. They establish a religion and so they are remembered. Although you remember Christ, Brahma, Vishnu, or Shankar, or pray to them, they cannot give you anything. Only the one Father is the bestower. He personally has to come here. No one believes that God comes in Krishna. The Father says, I only come once to give you souls your inheritance. The Father gives the inheritance to you children. Only the two are called Baba. One is the Baba of the body and the other is the Baba of souls. No one else can be Baba. You cannot receive the inheritance from this Baba, that is, from Prajapita Brahma. Only from Shiv Baba do you receive the inheritance. Brahma also claims his inheritance from him. He is the bestower of salvation for all. He is the bestower of liberation and liberation in life for all. This is why anyone who comes has to be given the Father's introduction first of all. Even though an elderly man is called Baba or Pitaji, he is not really a father. There are only worldly fathers and the Father from beyond this world. This Brahma is also a physical father. He adopts you children. Although you call Brahma Baba, you receive the inheritance from that one. Which inheritance? That of salvation. Everyone is liberated from degradation and a life of bondage. At this time, Bharat in particular and the whole world in general is in bondage to Ravan. When souls come, they experience liberation in life first, and then they experience bondage in life. They have to experience happiness first and then sorrow. This should be made to sit in your intellects. You cannot receive liberation or liberation in life by remembering any bodily being. Even messengers don't give anyone the inheritance. Only the Father comes and gives you the inheritance of liberation and liberation in life. However, some receive it directly and others receive it indirectly. The Father is personally only in front of you children. Day by day, you will see that Baba won't go anywhere outside Madhuban. What does this old world have to offer? Shiv Baba says, I don't even have the happiness of going to heaven or of even seeing heaven. So, where would I go in this world? Such is my part. I enter the impure world. They speak of the seven wonders of the world, but they don't show heaven in that. Heaven comes into existence later. I have to enter the pure world. I have to enter the impure world and enter an impure body in a foreign kingdom. It is sung, the resident of the faraway land. Only you children can understand the meaning of this. We are now making effort and we will then come back into our own land. Okay? The souls who come down from the copper age onwards will enter the foreign kingdom, that is, into the kingdom of Ravan. They will not enter the pure kingdom. Their parts are those of a little happiness and a little sorrow. You experience full happiness from the golden age onwards. Each one has received his or her own part. The Father sits here and explains to you children the secrets of how he establishes the deity religion. There is nothing but happiness in that, and I make you worthy of it. You understand that you were the masters of heaven, and that Maya then made you completely unworthy. The Father says, you have now become so senseless. There is the story of Narad. You can understand how a devotee who plays a musical instrument could not possibly marry Lakshmi until he had studied Raja Yoga and become pure. The body of everyone is corrupt because it is created through corruption. You are the mouth born creation. These matters have to be understood. The Father Himself comes and gives you the knowledge of the Creator and creation. No one would be able to understand all the points. As soon as you leave here and go into someone's bad company, everything ends. It is said, good company takes you across and bad company drowns you. Although you are sitting here, the intellect's yoga of some of you is not completely here because they don't have knowledge, they fall due to the influence of bad company. If you keep the company of anyone who has a bad habit, you very soon become affected. Here you have Baba's company. Those who follow the Father and also uplift others claim a high status. Many new children say, Baba, can I leave my job and become occupied in this service? Baba says, as you progress further, Maya will catch hold of you by the nose in such a way. Don't even ask. Experience says many left in this way and then left Baba. They took a godly birth, but then Maya dragged them away. Maya punches very good children just once and makes them unconscious. They are the children whose intellect's yoga wanders outside to their old relations. This is why Baba says, don't keep your intellects connected in yoga to bodily beings too much. No matter how much love you have for this Baba, you must not connect your intellects in yoga with him. If you don't remember the Father, your sins cannot be absolved. Don't love any bodily beings. At other spiritual gatherings, it is bodily beings who relate everything. Some mention the name of another great soul. They don't say that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul Shiva, is teaching them. The Father sits here and explains to you children, I am the living seed of this creation. I have the knowledge of the whole tree. Those seeds are non living. If they were living, they would also speak. I, the seed, surely have the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and the end of the tree. This is a matter of the unlimited. At this time, the kingdom is Tamopradhan, and so there would definitely be the splendor of that. They give themselves such big names Ganeswar, Ganeswarananda, etc. However, no one can receive Anand (bliss). Sannyasis themselves say that happiness is like the droppings of a crow. However, they don't forget the name of heaven. They say that so and so went to heaven, and then they invoke that departed spirit. That soul enters someone and speaks. However, no one knows how that soul comes. The body is someone else, and it is that one soul that eats. The food would go into the stomach of that one whose body is being used, but that other soul would take the fragrance. Shiv Baba is abhokta beyond the effect of experience. He doesn't eat anything. When the soul of Mama comes, she eats. When departed spirits come, they eat. These matters have to be understood. So, no one apart from one father can be called Baba. What inheritance can you receive from them? You won't be able to receive anything. Did Christ give an inheritance? They established a kingdom by fighting. It is the Christians who battled. Only when wealth has been accumulated can a kingdom be run. It isn't that Christians gave the kingdom. You would say that the kingdom is received according to the drama plan, according to the effort you make. However, human beings cannot give anything to human beings. If they do give something, that is only temporary happiness. Now, they are all Tamo Pradhan. Maya has a lot of force. You now have to battle with Maya. Those who conquer Maya conquer the world. People beat their heads so much in order to stay in peace. Your minds cannot become peaceful just like that. It is just that they learn something and they make people unconscious by hypnotizing them. This requires effort. Some people's brains also become spoiled. The father says if your intellects continue to be pulled by karmic bondages or by your friends and relatives, your sins will not be absolved. Your intellects have to be removed from bodily beings. Forget everyone. When you die, the world is dead for you. When you remember the world, punishment is received for that. You say, Baba, I have died. I now belong to you. So, why are your intellects pulled to your friends and relatives? It means that you have not died, that you don't belong to the Father. There are many who are worried day and night about their karmic bondages. Even when they sit and have remembrance, they continue to have those thoughts. When you stay in Baba's lap here, it means you have died. So your intellect's yoga should not go anywhere else. Sannyasis leave their homes and families, which means that they have died. If they continue to remember them, how would they be able to stay in yoga? Some even return home again. Some are very firm and they therefore don't remember anyone at all. If the intellects of you children continue to wander outside, you cannot claim a high status. Since you have to become children, you have to follow the Father completely. There should not be any attachment of at all. However, if it isn't in their fortune, they go to the other side even after they have died. Only 5% of their intellects is here. 95% of their intellects is outside. They continue to wander everywhere. They neither belong here nor there. Once you belong to the Father, your intellects are finished. They have died. Scarcely anyone is able to have this unlimited renunciation. Only they are the ones who can become beads of the rosary. This is fortune. Those who come and stay here should not find anything difficult here. However, it is seen that those who stay here find it more difficult. Those who live outside go ahead very fast. They don't have attachment to anyone. They feel, let me become free from this bondage so that I can occupy myself in doing service. However, it has to be seen whether they are strong in knowledge. If someone is weak and her husband dies, it is like putting salt on a wound. Until you have died completely, it is like putting salt on a wound. Therefore, here you just stay here therefore here you just say Baba and that's all. You belong to Baba and all your old relationships are broken. That person is responsible for himself and his own actions. Why should I be concerned? There should be that much enthusiasm. There are very few like this. When you find the Father, that's it. You are then not concerned about anyone else. You need this much courage. You should have an honest heart. If you continue to follow Srimad, no one can stop you. No one can obstruct you from becoming pure. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana first. Do not have unnecessary thoughts about your karmic bondages. Remove your intellects from bodily beings. Have unlimited renunciation. Second, in order to become free from bondage, become a complete destroyer of attachment. Have an honest heart. Become strong and courageous in knowledge. Blessing. May you be loving to God and transform hard work into love by experiencing the Father's company. May you be loving to God and transform hard work into love by experiencing the Father's company. Bab Dada sits his children in his lap of love and cooperation and takes them to their destination. You children have to be loving to God and remain merged in his lap, and hard work will then be transformed into love. Do all your tasks while merged in love. Bab Dada is with you at all times and in all relationships. He is your companion in doing service and with you in your stage. He is offering to fulfill the responsibility of all relationships. You simply have to be loving to God and have relationship with Him according to the time, and you will not feel alone. Slogan: a balance of self-progress and service is the means of success. A balance of self-progress and service is the means of success. अच्छा, ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति.